Okay, so continuing on from yesterday, which I don't know if you'll see this in the same format, or same time frame, but yesterday we had like a few rows here knotted up, and during the night I've worked and added on about 6 or 7 more rows, and so now I'm ready to attach it to a rock, which is what I'm going to be working on, and this gives it the form. So I have this rock here. I like this little hole here, so I want to leave that open. So I'm going to put this knotted part on this side of the rock. So I just form it around the rock before it gets too big. So we have it pushed in there tight along the rock, and then I take strings, this is probably pretty obvious, but you know, sometimes the obvious is the last thing you think of. So I take a longer string from each side here, and I take these and I pull it up here, and I just do a simple overhand knot, and I pull it tight so it's nice and snug, and the wax helps to make it stay there. And then I do my other half of the overhand knot and get it nice and snug and tight, and you've got it attached to the rock. So now I can work on it with the rock and keep everything nice and snug on the rock. The other thing I will do is I take this part of the knot here, and I find another end on this side, and I'll pull this up and I'll knot these together. It just sort of secures everything a little bit tighter. Sometimes you have to hold your finger on the first knot while you make the second one and pull it in here tight. And then do the same thing on the top end, so you get it from 4 different directions. So I take this part of this knot here, and I do the same overhand knot and pull this, do the second knot, and that in most cases should stabilize it pretty well. It'll keep this right on here, and you can knot around here. You just start picking up right here like I've done before. You can see that's not the side I want, this is the side I want. So you take up your core, the red core we were working with before, and you just start knotting here, and you have your form here, so if you need to add more core in, or more knotters in to knot, you know that, because there'll be a gap. So you just keep knotting away here just like before, but you don't have it on a flat surface, you have it on the rock, and you knot this around until it forms around the rock and doesn't need the tied part there, a little tongue tied, to hold it on. Once you get further along, it'll hold on all by itself then. And so the next time you see this rock, should be on here and attached, and won't need to be tied on anymore. They'll be permanently combined together, rock and polyester waxed linen. So another couple hours of knotting here, another 4 or 5 hours probably, and this could be close to done. Yeah. That should do it.